Hello everyone, and welcome to my vitamin D walk talk. It is a really nice sunny day today. I am getting 26 IUs a minute right now. This is fantastic. Taking a break from work, going for a walk. And today I want to talk about something that I don't really open up about much. I don't think I've ever publicly talked about this, but I think it's a really important topic, and that's about eating disorders. And I kind of want to share my experience and my background with having an eating disorder, because up until recently, I never knew I actually had an eating disorder. And I think there's a lot of people out there that probably are like me, that are kind of living in this like Instagram, like social media world where you're looking at all these pictures of fit people and they're eating this and doing this meal plan and eating a certain way and restricting their food. And you see this as normal. We see it as completely normal to track our food and to kind of understand what we're doing. But it kind of like allows you to have a lot of patterns that can turn into an eating disorder pretty easily. And so for me, I got really into like the fitness, the food. I would track everything in MyFitnessPal. So I would make sure I had perfect macros, perfect. It had to be exactly perfect. Like everything I ate, I had to make sure I was getting protein, fat, and carbs. It was in my exact proportions that I was eating. I don't really remember what that was because I don't eat that way anymore. And I do not track my macros at all anymore. I don't give a crap about my macros anymore at all anymore, which is so freeing. But yeah, I was so strict about my food. And I got to the point where I was doing this for fitness and I wanted this fitness body. And I was like, if I don't eat this way, I can't have this. And these thoughts about food, you guys, consumed me, consumed everything I did. On the weekends, I would spend like 6 hours meal prepping to have the perfect macro meals. And then I wouldn't go out to eat with friends. If I did go out to eat, I would have to like do all this pre-work, which I do think it's not a bad thing to do, but I refused to go. And I remember I had a boyfriend going a couple years ago, and it literally ruined my relationship. My eating disorder that I didn't know I had completely ruined my relationship. So I remember we went out to a restaurant and I completely flipped out. Like I flipped out. I just remember just feeling like I didn't have control. I didn't really understand what was going on, and like I didn't want to eat there, and just like, I can't eat this food. This is not right, blah, blah, blah. It's too late. And like all these crazy excuses of like why I couldn't eat at this place. And he's just like, what the heck? Like, holy crap. And I think I never even understood that I had this problem until things were happening. And so I literally put so much thought around food. I restricted myself so much. Like literally everything in my life revolved around eating perfect and eating my macros and eating this way. And I just never ever thought that, hey, this might be a little disorder. This is definitely a little like not normal to think about at all times, always. I mean, yes, you should think about what you're eating is healthy, but it shouldn't consume you. Like it should not consume you. And so I think it took a little bit for me to kind of get over this and feel more comfortable with food, feel more comfortable eating out, feel more comfortable not being in control and not having that perfect meal. Exactly. So I think, what was it, a couple years ago, like 2 years now, I've been on fruit. It's great. And the fruit actually has kind of shown me a lot. It's shown me so much, because when you're eating I guess it's very restrictive, a restrictive fruit diet, you can't eat other things. And so you literally like, you're able to see these thoughts that come up in your head. You're able to recognize these thoughts that come in your head. You're like, why am I hungry? Why do I want this? Why do I want food? And it literally showed me that like, holy crap, I was really relying on food, like relying on food so much that like, it shouldn't be like that. It should be easy. It shouldn't cause you stress. It shouldn't cause you to lose sleep at night thinking about, what am I going to eat? Like, are my macros going to be perfect? Am I going to have enough protein? You should not think like that. And so for me, it was so nice to kind of recognize that like, holy crap, I have these feelings, and now I have to fight them all the time. I still have those feelings of like, what if they don't have what I eat here? What if it's not perfect? And you know what? Like, it's okay. It's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to let go of that being perfect, because being perfect creates this disordered thinking in your head, and it's not good for anyone, you guys. It creates stress. It helps you. It's just not good. So I think it's been a journey for me. It's definitely something I am very aware of in my communication with people, because I do know that a lot of people with eating disorders gravitate towards raw vegan the way that I'm eating, because when you're eating a raw vegan meal, you're eating like something different. It's special. So you get kind of these feelings of like, oh, I'm eating something special. And that's a lot of people gravitate towards that. And so I have to kind of remember when I'm communicating and when I'm talking about it, not to put fruit on this pedestal and make it like you have to have this, you have to have this, and you have to do this, you know, like make it more fun, make it, you know, it's about abundance. There are so many different types of fruits and vegetables out there on the planet. There are still weeks that I eat a new fruit that I've never even had before, and that keeps happening all the time. So this life is full of abundance. It's not about restrictions. And that's another thing I've kind of shifted in my head, is not being so tied on restrictive eating, because a lot of people see what I eat as restrictive, but it is anything but, because of all of the things that I have availability to eat. But yeah, it's been very interesting, because some people think about eating disorders of having like anorexia or bulimia, but it's more about your thoughts, and it's more about kind of how you view food, how you think about it, how it like inhabits your day. And yeah, it is important, and yes, you have to plan, but it does not have to consume you, you guys. It does not have to consume you, and you can definitely live a life where you feel great, you're eating what you want, and you're not having this disordered patterns and thinking around food. It doesn't have to be perfect. So, funny story, you guys. I'm vegan. I've been vegan for 2.5 years now. I accidentally had dairy on Sunday. Accidentally. It happens. It happens. I mess up all the time. I got this ice cream at the store. It was a little ice cream sandwich. It was pretty small, thinking that it's plant-based, because everything else in there is normally plant-based. Didn't really look at it, open it, eat it, and I'm just like, oh, this tastes good. This is definitely not plant-based. And I'm like, oh crap. But I ate the rest of it, because you know what? Like, fuck it. Like, what is it gonna do? Like, honestly, I don't have to be perfect. And it was really interesting to actually observe my body and observe how I felt after eating that, because that was really interesting. I didn't get crazy sick like I normally do on dairy. I think because it was like organic and I don't know. I don't even know. I won't be eating it anymore. I will not be eating dairy, but it was very interesting to kind of see what it did and how I felt. I didn't have perfect poops. I always have perfect poops, and I didn't. It's kind of taking a little bit longer to get out, so it's definitely affecting my digestion. It's affected my stomach. I had stomach aches. I didn't have like the cramping that I normally get, but I definitely had stomach aches. So to see how it affects me was really interesting, and just to kind of know, like, it's okay. I had that, and it's okay. Like, it's not the end of the world. It's okay. Everything's okay. So I just want to leave you guys with that. Like, think about how you think about food, how you view food. Like, is it consuming you? Are you tracking everything? Are you trying to be perfect? Are you restricting your food? Are you restricting your lifestyle because of food? You guys, don't do that. And it's easier said than done, but just think about it. Think about it, because I wasn't even aware that I had this disordered eating. So anyways, I'm gonna go to the park, enjoy some time in the sun, soak in my 26 IUs of vitamin D I am getting today, and I hope you guys have a great day.